Okay, what are some other things? Food and water, clothing, eating. What other things do you need to survive? That you like, maybe something that you go to every single day? That's all good. That's all good. Okay, I'm having them do a lesson on Tiberius and Gaius Grachhus. Right now they're answering the question, what are some things that you would personally need to survive, and if you did not, you'd have to fight for it? I have them working in groups of 2 or 3. Okay, guys. I'm currently about to write on the whiteboard behind us as I ask some questions. Okay, everybody. All right, let's come together. Let's come together. That was quick, probably pretty quick and easy to do. So who can tell me what are some things that we need to survive?
Water.
And we fight for them. Water.
Food.
Water and food.
Salt. We need a certain amount of salt. Shelter.
Here, 1 second.
Money. You can't go nowhere without money. You can't get no food without money.
Can't get no food without money? All right, so we need water and food.
Resources.
Shelter.
Like.
Land and shelter. Absolutely.
Education.
Education?
Clothes.
Heat.
What? Heat? Yes? A house? Yeah, we'll put that land and shelter. Alright, yeah. So guys, land, shelter, food, and water. All of these things we need them to survive. And I personally, if I didn't have those things, I would fight for them. Because how am I supposed to live without shelter or food, Alright, cool. So this goes right into the Grachhus brothers. So if you guys want to take out a book and flip to page 152, 153. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I want you guys to read 152 and 153, a section called Growing Unrest. Read about Tiberius and Gaius Grachhus, who they were. Hey. I'll wait. Yes, learn who they are. It's a very short, 3-paragraph little thing. Find out who they were. Find out what reforms they put forth to help Roman people. And find out how they died. And why do you think their death is significant? Because their death is pretty intense. Okay? Alright, cool. I'll give 10 minutes here for you guys to read about Gaius and Tiberius. And we will get to it. Here. 152, 153. Definitely read the boxes around their sculptures, okay? Yep. This is what I'm having them read. It's here in their Glencoe World History textbook. It's a quick little blurb on Gaius and Tiberius Grachhus with their sculptures here with some more little readings. Should only take about 10 minutes. She said she had to go to the bathroom. She went. Oh, I didn't notice that she went the first time.
Spit it out then. Throw it away.
Like it won't like.
You guys are free to work together. No, let's work until 10:20. What? Clubs? Like, picture a bunch of people with clubs.
Can I get some water, Mr.
I used to work here right when I was like 12 years old. I had an OG yesterday. I'm trying to get it this age. I don't want nobody to find me.
I'm about to give you a word. My mom is going to be my sister.
You say your mom?
How you doing over here, Mario? You good?
Yeah. Every time you see me.
Does everybody have a book? London, where are you? Are you? Why is it not in the middle? All you need to read is this right here, this little token, and then I'll read it. Yeah, you guys, you can find a lot of the answers in the boxes around their sculptures. The boxes around their sculptures. You're a quick worker.
Oh my God. No, I did not.
Yeah. There were forms will be in those boxes. What's up?
So confused. They were a part of the one.
Yep, they were generals. They were generals. They fought in the Punic War against Hannibal.
Nick, you're the number one psychopath test in here.
They were part of the force that helped burn Carthage to the ground.
Read. You were under you were right.
That's pretty fucked up. We have whenever you want to go. One sec, I'll be right over.
I gave you the book.
They were more than that. They took the Grachhus brothers took certain political positions, and they were also something to do with the military. They weren't consuls. Nope, something else. It is hot here. Not yet. No, don't do the back yet. What? The Grachhus brothers, you'll find their military generals. They were the tribune of the plebs, who were like the people who worked for the plebeians, right? What is my first name? I didn't even know. Just for funsies? I'm Gregory.
Oh yeah, Nick. You say 4 or 5?
Four.
When you ask for it, 4
No, I say the R and the 4 is really there. All right, everybody, just take a couple of more minutes. A couple of more minutes.
So look, the girl tried to ask what you trying to do on my
Okay.
Alright, bro. The answer.
Okay.
Do I care?
I learned how to write when I was looking at it. I did that. I was watching that to my cousins. My cousins fell asleep. I don't hear in the room like they dog. My cousins fell asleep. I ain't got no part. Oh, we just sitting there on the side. Oh, wait. Who's my stuff?
Yeah. You're struggling?
No, you just, like I said, you just,
Why can't you come to that?
no, it's not like, you haven't got to know it wasn't really though?
Really?
What we've been doing is like 10 minutes, we should be like, already like over here. I know, but you should
All right. All right, everybody. All right. Let's come together. Let's come together. So, hey, everybody. Transition. Hey, back corner, did you hear me? I was. Okay, cool. All right, so that first question, can somebody tell me who Tiberius and Gaius Grachhus were? Some of the things they did. Yeah.
They were military.
They were military generals who fought in the Punic Wars. They were part of the force that ends up burning Carthage down to the ground, actually. So they're pretty acclaimed military people. Yeah.
They were brothers.
They were brothers. Yep. Does anybody know the political position they held?
They gave
No, not yet. I just want to know who they are. Yeah.
They urged the council of plebs like to pass land reform bills.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Exactly. Hey guys. Who does anybody remember who the council of the plebs are?
Oh, it's some people who matter more, right?
The plebs?
The council for the poor.
No,
They work for
the council for the poor. Right. They were like a branch of the government who worked for the poor people. And they were like the leaders of it, essentially. Now, can anybody tell me some of the reforms that they passed for the Roman people? Yeah. Yes. They passed land reforms. Yes. Now, this is why, hey guys, let me explain something. This is why they would need land reforms. So if you look over here, on this whiteboard over here, you'll see I have a giant bubble for the Senate and the patricians and a tiny bubble for the plebs. That's because the Senate and the patricians owned over 90% of the land, and they were only 5% of the population. So they had an inordinate amount of the land of the Roman Republic, and the plebs had a tiny piece. And we said the things that we need to survive, we need land and shelter, right? You need land and shelter to survive? Yes. So the Grachhus brothers fought for that. They gave the people land and shelter. They redistributed the land to the people. They said the rich and powerful can only own so much. The people need land. Okay. What other reform did they have? How else did they help people? Yes.
The sheep brush, I'm not gonna say anything.
Guys?
Yeah, whatever, yeah. His reform was to lower the price of
Yes. Good. They lowered the price of corn. Did you guys put food as something that you need to survive and you would fight for? Yes. The Grachhus brothers recognized that you need food to live, and they fought for the Roman plebs to get access to cheap food, cheap corn.
Can you just like find a way to provide yourself like that?
No, I mean they had a market economy. They were buying goods at a market. A lot of these poor homeless people living in Rome didn't have their own corn farms to go pick their own corn. They had to buy it, and it was very expensive. So they lowered the price of corn so that so many people weren't going hungry. They were social reformers, right? We hear people that talk about this all the time in our politics to make things more affordable. Lower the price of gas. Lower the price of gas for the people. Lower the price of chips. Lower the price of chips. Flamin' hot Cheetos through the roof. Yeah, lower the price of rent. All these problems still exist. All right, cool. So that third question, and this is really important, especially when we get into Julius Caesar tomorrow. How did they die?
Caesar.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Okay, so like a group of senators took like the law into their own hands, and then they killed like Tiberius because they like suffered like basically the same thing.
Yes. Yeah, so the senators and patricians, how do you think they felt about Tiberius and Gaius taking all of their land and giving it to poor people?
They didn't like it.
They didn't like it. And what they did was, while Tiberius was giving a speech in front of a ton of people, they went up and clubbed him to death. They clubbed him to death. They all had clubs, and they circled around him, and they all beat him to death during a speech.
That's murder.
He was giving a speech. And they did the same thing to his brother Gaius. They both were murdered. They were both murdered. Now, guys, and why is this significant part? Hey, everybody. why is this significant? This opens the door to political violence in Rome, a tradition that won't stop until the fall of the Roman Empire. They opened the door, their deaths opened the door to tons of political violence and instability. People will have a habit of dying in Roman politics when they get too powerful. We'll talk about Julius Caesar tomorrow, who is the most famous case of that. I'm sure you guys have heard the stories. So, all right, cool. So now let's flip the page. Flip the page. All right, everybody. Shh. Legend. That's okay.
Mr. Bro.
All right, everybody.
What's lesson number 1?
What? Here. All right, everybody. So, hey. I need to explain something really important. So, Gaius and Tiberius start a political party in Rome. They start the Populares, otherwise known as the Populists. Has anybody ever heard of populism?
No.
Have you heard of populism?
Yeah, I know what it is.
You don't know what it means? Does anybody want to read that definition of populism for me? Yeah, Gamer, you can.
A political approach.
Hey, shh. Hey, everybody, silence.
A political approach that strives to appeal to ordinary people who feel that their concerns are disregarded by established elite groups.
Yes, it's when you go against the elites, the rich and the powerful. So, yeah, what Tiberius and Gaius tried to do, they tried to cancel the Senate, the patricians, canceled. And politicians nowadays still do this, where they'll talk about the establishment that's holding down the poor, holding you down, you the people down, right? So I have here a modern political speech. It's within the last 70 years. It's by a mystery author. We're gonna find out who it is at the end. And what I want you guys to do, I want you to read this with your partner and group, and I want you to point out 3 populist statements that are made. Whenever you hear them going, the establishment's holding you back, the rich are too powerful, or you hear them say, I'm doing this for you, the people, that is populism. You got it? No, you don't. What's populism? All right. Does that basically make sense? All right. Everybody get to it. Get to it.
Somebody
Now, Marcel's
Hey y'all, Nick, she doing it again.
Let me restart.
On what side?
Politicians prosper, but the job is in the party. The establishment protected itself and not
Y'all can be best friends. I'm thinking this. Just a bro, keep it.
I thought we already were.
Oh, period.
It's not like
Big bro, I don't know why everything is so funny though.
I just don't eat much.
I don't think I will remember
I'm high on this one.
I'm not good at it.
Are you in it?
Oh my God.
Last year,
How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Great. Hey, so you
I don't
you
think
want to sit by each other.
Like Alex is.
Wow, so I should never put you guys in group.
I never said that.
yeah, he wanted them to crack. That's crack. Oh, y'all?
Literally did it.
How you guys doing? I'm on the other side of the word.
Oh, I'm in the thing.
You stressing him out.
So we just gotta write
Three populist statements in that paragraph. You write them down there. You can underline, circle. I don't care.
We gotta write it.
You can write them. You can underline them. You can circle them. It doesn't matter. Just identify three of them.
Hey, Rob. You know, let me get one more, man. Why you give it to her? You can see the light.
He said if you get like 5 more extras,
That's not different. You know, over there, you get to have
they gonna say
But you always don't share it. How am I supposed to have
This is not hard.
That's not that rubber ball. That's not what
They're talking about it's all over the place. There's a secret.
you can't even go to the school.
See, y'all gotta laugh in that serious. I'm just trying to get nah, something wrong.
What's up? All right, everybody. Well, we have a couple more minutes. A couple more minutes. People, once I reveal the answer, you guys are gonna get it.
I don't know.
No, you're not wrong. All right, everybody. All right, everybody. Let's come together. Let's come together because this is going to be quite funny because you guys struggled with this so hard and this is
write 3 things.
ridiculous.
Because I'm writing 2.
Cool. That's fine. All right, everybody. So here's what's going to go down. I'm going to read this out loud, and every time I say something that's populist, I want you to shout out, "Hey, that's populist." Okay?
Okay.
And then we're gonna try to guess the speaker, and I'll say that it's an American politician post 1945. All right. All right.
Your computer was acting like a guy.
Oh shit.
He said, oh, it wasn't recorded.
See, these so funny.
All right, cool. That's fine. I wanted the podium anyway. All right, everybody, here I go. Here I go. I'm gonna read this. So anytime I say something populist, Say it. That's populist. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government, while the people have borne the cost.
What's the word called? What's the word called? I forgot it.
Populism.
Yeah.
All right.
Populist, right?
Washington flourished, but the people did not share in its wealth. Politicians prospered, but the jobs left and the factories closed. That's populist. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. Their victories have not been your victories. Their triumphs have not been your triumphs. And while they celebrated in our nation's capital, there was little to celebrate for struggling families all across our land. That all changes starting right here and right now, because this moment is your moment. It belongs to you. All right, I'm going to pause.
I feel like I'm in the middle.
I talk too much.
Way too much. I like us working in groups, but I don't know. It belongs to everyone gathered here today and everyone watching all across America. This is your day. This is your celebration. And this, the United States of America, is your country. So guys, the whole speech is populist.
I knew it.
The entire speech. If you would have circled the whole thing, it would have been fine. So now it's time. Now it's time to try to guess our mystery speaker. Who did this speech?
You, one of the brothers, before they got killed.
Who?
Give us a list of names.
I will say it's a U.S. president.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. Lincoln.
Is this recent? Is this like never mind.
Madison.
Roosevelt.
JFK. Petty. FDR. All right, everybody.
George Washington.
Nope. So I noticed that you guys have all said like relatively positive figures. You know, I hear FDR, I hear Roosevelt, I hear JFK, I hear Obama. Who is it really?
It's the
Donald Trump.
This is Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. That's Donald Trump.
This is Donald Trump's inaugural speech. So the point of this was really to show you that over 2,000 years ago, the Grachhus brothers started a populist tradition that still holds to this day. We have a populist president, and Bernie Sanders, the most popular politician in America, is as well a populist. Americans love populism, and so did the Romans. All right. Lesson complete. Populism. Back up, guys. And that was the lesson.